We are totally alone in an extremely remote land. The Arctic is intimidating, and the weather here is formidable. I think that's anyone's game, but I do believe I'm going to last 100 days. This is exactly where I'm meant to be. So these are my 10 items. Let's start with the sleeping bag. Negative 40 degrees Celsius rated sleeping bag. Absolutely imperative, and I'd say probably the most important item out here. Next item is a pot, 2-quart pot. Comes with a nice little lid. I like the idea of stainless steel because it warms up quickly and it cools down quickly. Pretty good, well-served pot for this environment. Next is a 12-foot long gill net. I went with 6.5-inch mesh, which are made out of monofilament line. I can set this on day one. Catching fish is a big part of my strategy, and so I think the gill net will serve me well. I have a selection of stainless steel, galvanized steel, and then brass wire. The brass wire I want to be using for trapping. The galvanized steel would be the strongest type of wire that we got, so I think it's going to really be helpful out there for binding things. I also then chose monofilament fishing line and 25 hooks. Probably the most important item out here for food gathering. The fish are going to hold the most fat, so definitely a big part of my game plan is to get a lot of fish. So tools, I decided to go with the Leatherman over a fixed blade knife. The multitude of uses that this offers, I think, just makes it a huge advantage out here. The cutters for my wire, and then of course, great thing is you have 2 blades on this. So if one dulls, then you do have a backup. So next tool is a little forest axe, and I would say probably the most important cutting tool out here. When things start freezing over, it would be the only tool that could actually cut through ice. Next item is the ferro rod with a little hacksaw blade that I use as a striker, but I just don't think it's worth taking the risk to leave this at home. Lastly, for the tools is the bow saw. That's pretty necessary out here. There will be a lot of wood to process for shelters and for fire, so save on calories by using this in addition to my axe. Last item, which I would never come here without, is my bow and arrows. 5 broadheads and 4 judo small game points. I hope to be hunting a lot, both for small game and big game, and this is going to make my time out here very enjoyable. So those are my 10 items. Hopefully I chose wisely. I plan to make 100 days.
Alone premieres Thursday, June 11th at 10 on History.